Hey friends, it's your girl Victoria Marie, and I'm back with another video all about stamp storage. But first, let me remind you, I have a new class that's coming out on July 27th. It's called Stamping Like a Boss. It's a self-paced online mini course bundle where you get 5 mini classes in one where I talk about stamping techniques. If this is something you're interested in, join me for the pre-sale event. It's happening right now until the 27th. You can save 20% off the regular course price. For more information, go ahead and click on those links down below. So during the month of July, I'm going to be focusing a lot on stamping because, of course, I've got this new class coming up. And also, too, I get a lot of questions from you guys about how I store my stamps, how I use my stamps, some techniques about stamping. So I thought I would share this with you. So the container that you see here, I purchased from the Container Store, and I probably got that about 3 or 4 years ago, probably a little bit longer. And at the time, I had a very, very small scrap space, so I needed something that I can contain all of my stamps in. And also, I had gotten rid of over 100 acrylic and wood mount stamps in the effort of simplifying my processes. So inside the container, I house all of my acrylic stamps, and most of them are kept in their original packaging, so Life is Close to My Heart stamp, as well as my Felicity Jane stamps. When I was going through the process of condensing my stamps years ago, I wanted to make sure that I can easily identify my stamps. So if it made sense, I went ahead and kept them in their original packaging, because a lot of the packaging our stamps come in is very, very nice. So the rest of the stamps that I had, which a lot of them were smaller stamps or I had taken them out of their original packaging, I went ahead and housed them in these pockets. They're not actually stamp pockets, they're just storage pockets that I purchased from the Container Store. Again, probably about 3 or 4 years ago, probably a little bit longer than that. It has a small clasp here in the front and, of course, a nice large pocket that you can store a variety of different things, and I thought it would be perfect for the stamps. So all I did was label the stamps individually, and then of course I labeled the pockets based on theme. So I have pockets for sentiments and celebration and text stamps and number stamps. That way it's easy for me to find the stamps that I want. Now this will probably come as no surprise to you, but I have recently acquired more stamps and these stamps will not fit inside the basket. So until I can get a larger basket to store my stamps, what I do is I take my stamps of similar manufacturer or style and I clip them together using a simple little ring. So right here you see those LA Studio stamps that are clipped together, and I just keep those right next to my basket so that I can use them. In addition to my acrylic stamps, I do have a small number of wood mount stamps, and those are housed on my embellishment center. So you can see those Amy Tangerine stamps that I kept in their original packaging. I also have some smaller little alphabet stamps that I keep in these glass containers that I purchased from IKEA. Those are still available, a very popular item at IKEA. And then I have some background stamps and some other little sentiment stamps that I reach for when I'm making cards or I'm creating backgrounds on a layout. These are all the stamps that I have left out of the 75 plus wood mount stamps that I used to own, and I just pared it down to just a small collection of stamps that I know that I'll use a lot, because you know what, I use a lot of acrylic stamps. I don't use a lot of wood mount stamps anymore, so it didn't make sense to have all those stamps. So there you go, my stamp storage in a nutshell. I think if I could impart any tips is to first purge your stamps. Only keep the stamps that you use most often, and then keep them present, and that way you're more likely to use your stamps. Before you go, don't forget to check out Stamping Like a Boss, a self-paced online mini course bundle. More information on the Victoria Marie blog. And if you haven't already, make sure you subscribe to this YouTube channel. And when you do, click the bell indicator. That way you'll be notified every time a video is posted to this YouTube channel. Now you go and organize your stamps.